Welcome to the New Weapon Order podcast, exclusively on the Hard Knock Digital Culture channel. Now give it up to your host, people, MM2K.
What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? Hey, look. Cold Blood Sensei can't handle it. He said, what is going on here, man? He said, another stream? He said, did you lose your real job or something? No, man. You know what? I got an hour. This won't be long. I got not even really an hour. And we got a lot of topics to cover. Here's what's going down, people. Shout out to everybody. This is NRO Podcast. This is episode 13. This is where we talk about the latest and greatest in hardcore gaming. All right. I thank everybody that is here. I thank everybody that supports us. I really appreciate you being here. And I'm tickled that I'm blowing Cold Blood Sensei's mind. What he's talking about is yesterday, I did about 4 or 5 streams. Cold Blood, Proper's Place, yo! What's up, bro? What's going on, man? Long time no see. Good to see you, my Twitch brother. Yeah, I'm on. I'll be rocking it out on Twitch, man. Number one, I'm doing more streams on Twitch because this is where I get the most support and the most love. People be hitting me up. I just wake up and then all of a sudden there be a bunch of bits that I got hit with. I'm like, whoa. So this is much love over on Twitch. So it's only right that I'm doing all this extra content here. Also, I got to make up for the fact that for our members, I normally can squeeze in like those member videos. I don't know if you guys are checking them out in the Discord, but you should. It's some of my best stuff. So if you're a member here, if you subscribe, you get access to our Discord, which gives you access to these little, I call them lyrics to go, where they're like little audios and I'm talking about stuff on the fly, you know what I'm saying? And just giving you my thoughts on things on the fly. You guys get special access to those treats. Yeah, it's only right that I'm here, man. It's only right that I'm here. And I love streaming here. The only thing that YouTube is good for is when you want to like do like 1440p, 4K quality. That's it, man. And then over there, you know, I kind of gotta still show face over there just because of the nature of the things that I'm affiliated with. But I really prefer things over here in Twitch. I tell you, if Twitch had like the capabilities of me doing 1440p and 4K streams, YouTube would be toast. I'd be gone, man. Proper's Place said, chilling, brother, working from home today. Oh man, working from home is a great thing. I do it every day. Normally I'm done. Here's what's going on, y'all. This weekend, me and my wife got some special events, some things that was ballroom things that we going to, and you know, got to get stuff out of the cleaners. Got to make sure you got all the proper apparel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be doing that all day. So I got to get out of here at 10:30. It's 9:40 right now where I'm at. So by 10:30. Got to shut this down. I might be shutting it down at 10:20. And then I got to go run, pick up stuff from the cleaners, pick up this, you know, do a whole bunch of stuff. Go get trimmed up. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm doing this early today. And what also happened too is because I had some other things that I had to do with the wife. I couldn't do this show on Tuesday. This normally airs at Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's Cold Blood will tell you several hours from what it is now. But I wanted to get some. I either wanted to do the PlayStation prep show or this. And I figured it'd be better to do this. I didn't want to go a full week without addressing some of the things that are happening in all of the gaming space, because on the PlayStation Pep show, Pep Talk, we just do PlayStation stuff. All right. With that said, let's go to the chat real quick. Y'all are lighting it up. I appreciate all of y'all. Definitely. Proper's Place is Mighty Most. He says, I'm chilling, man. He said, did you lose your real job? Because I told him I was twerking it up. He says, the best from you is when you make talk about Phil's failures. Proper said only a few hours though, because Octopath Traveler 2 drops today. You know I gotta, yeah, man, I can dig it, and I got to finish one. I'm horrible. I'm a bad human being. I gotta finish one. I haven't even finished one yet, so 2 is going to be on my radar, and by the time I finish 1, 2 will probably be at a nice price for me. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. I want to talk about 3 things. The first thing I want to talk about is the state of play last night for Sony, and then we're going to get to the Baldur's Gate 3 thing. Clearly put. Well, no. Before we do that, here, let's do this. I would be remiss if I didn't do this. Let me show you something. Okay, that's not the right screen. Hold on. There we go. All right. This is PNTS Network. This is the mother site of all things within the PNTS family. Sorry for hitting the mic like that. Cloud dosage, all that great stuff, right? And we have been laser focused this past week on PlayStation VR, as you can see, in Atomic Heart. So we got some great articles, some great content on that, and just check out all of our streams and stuff like that. Anything within the PNTS Network branch, you know, if you missed some streams, go ahead and check that out. So I wanted to show you guys that. All right, so let's get back to the regularly scheduled program. All right, PlayStation Showcase. Yeah, yep, glad you said it, not me. It definitely was, man. That was dog-ish. There's no other way to put it. We're not, as PlayStation fans, as I am, admittedly, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It was garbage. What made it really bad is it seemed like that they were holding all of their chips on that Suicide Squad presentation, and that just was trash. That was trash. To me, it reminded me of Crackdown. It gave me Crackdown vibes, which I don't want nothing else. I mean, Crackdown as a nostalgic game for like 1 and maybe 2, were important when that type of gaming or that type of presentation was cool. We're several years past that, and the whole aerial thing I didn't like. It reminded me of Crackdown meets it was like Crackdown meets Sunset Overdrive, which Sunset Overdrive isn't a horrible game, but it's not one that really excited me. And that's what I got from that game. The game did not show very well to me. Now, if you feel different, let me know in the chat. So that's what really kind of bombed that thing out. The PlayStation VR, I mean, I took notes, but I don't even care to bring them up now. Like there was one game, a matter of fact, I'll bring them up. What the hell? We only got like, 50 minutes, right? Let me see. Let me go to my sheets, because I'm Mr. Spreadsheets. All right, let's go here. Let's see if we can find call it our game show grader. Let's go. Yeah, state of play, February 23rd. I mean, overall, there's one game that I missed, but overall, I gave the showcase a, oh, hold on. Let me do this again. Let me do that right. Overall, I gave the showcase like a 3.3 out of 5. So that's like a 66%. So yeah, a 6 out of 10. It was like, why? I will tell you that Journey to the Foundation for PlayStation VR, I've really been interested in checking out what's going on with VR. So Journey to the Foundation for VR and Synopsis for PlayStation VR. To me, those stole the show. And it's not like those were fantastic. Synopsis, PlayStation VR looked cool. I just hate the way that they showcase VR at these shows. They got them at like a choppy 20 30 frames per second. Show these VR games at 60 frames per second. They don't look appealing at all at 20, 30 frames per second. And when somebody looks at the game and then they go look at they think about the thought of playing VR, it like hurts your eyes just thinking about it, because that's the takeaway that people have. They look at that and they're like, oh, I don't want that choppy mess on my face. But PlayStation VR runs at 120 frames per second. So why not show it at 60? I don't get that. And this is pre-recorded, so you can show it at 60. I don't understand that one. And that's something that PlayStation, they're normally good with their presentation, but they fall short on that one. All your VR games should be shown at least, well, I mean, that's the most you can do in a video, but at least at 60 frames per second, nothing less. You know what I mean? To make this appealing. It didn't look, but I know better because I've seen other videos of PlayStation VR. I've seen people play PlayStation VR, and I know the experience is a lot smoother than that. So I can like kind of see the choppiness, bypass it, and then reformulate it in my mind how it would actually play. And I was looking at Synops's PSVR, and I said, oh, that's dope. That's the only thing in the showcase that got a 4 out of 5 from me was Synops's PlayStation VR. I really liked how that was presented. Baldur's Gate, that looks like timed exclusivity on PlayStation 5. I gave that a 3.8 out of 5. Everything else really didn't register. Yeah, I don't, man. that show wasn't it, bruh. It just wasn't it. I mean, there's really nothing else to say. It wasn't it. Let's see here. Let's add some more comments on here. Cold Blood Sensei says, at least I could laugh how dog-ish Volcano High was, but the laughter turned into pure shock. Yeah, hey, yo. I saw that Volcano High, and I actually thought about stopping the stream, bruh. I ain't gonna front. I said, yo, this is supposed to be the Hard Knock Digital Culture channel. I said, man, I don't know. This is veering towards something I don't know. And so yeah, but we let it play. Suicide Squad, even though Suicide Squad didn't look too good, in my opinion. At least that was a hardcore attempt at a hardcore game. He says WB should fire everybody who decided it's gonna be cracked down with cosplay DC villain. Yeah, and somebody brought up a good point, man. And I appreciate the point. Even though I'm really a fan of this genre, like my favorite game right now is Division 2. But shout out to King Thrash. Thrash said, why do we have a superhero game where everybody's using guns? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it's the Justice League. I mean, it's Suicide Squad. He said, but that's the best that, he said, y'all got access to the whole DC comic license. And everybody's using, I mean, y'all create this game where everybody's using guns. They're like, aren't we tired? He said, these are superheroes and they using guns. He said, well, aren't we tired of the, you know? And I get it. The scene seems to be oversaturated with that. And so I can appreciate the point. I can really appreciate the point. So, yeah, man, I'm just not a big fan of what I saw. I'm not. The whole aerial thing, I said, ooh, that sucks. That sucks. I just didn't like it. The homie Proper's Place says, me and the fellas might hop on Baldurs after we finish Divinity Original Sin 2. Yeah, man. Yep. Yeah, I got it for PC and I'll be playing it via GFN. So definitely, brother. Hey, look, and I'm kind of a noob to it. So I might need your assistance, man. I might need to join your party, man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got room for one more. But yeah, dope stuff, definitely. Dope stuff, definitely. All right, so that's that. There's really nothing else to say. There's no sugarcoating it. The showcase was trash. A lot of people want to say, well, that's indicative of what Sony has to offer in 2023. Nah. Sony normally at the beginning of the year, unless they have a big ticket game that they're showcasing at the beginning of the year, they normally don't come big at the beginning of the year. It's usually at the end of the year because that's when the blockbuster games really make their money. So we got Spider-Man 2 coming. Of course, Baldur's Gate is going to be releasing on PlayStation first, it appears. And then I'm pretty sure PlayStation has some other nice surprises that they're just going to hold off until later on in the year. And then plus, PlayStation gamers are still eating, man. They still eating off of God of War. They still eating, some are still eating off of Horizon Forbidden West. Still eating off of Forspoken. And then you got this PlayStation VR thing that dropped. So I think Sony's focus right now is PlayStation VR. I know Xbox has Minecraft Legends. They got Forza coming. I think that's really the best game that they got. Redfall puts me in the mind of Suicide Squad. I don't know which one is less appealing to me. I am not interested in Redfall at all. So the only blockbuster that could potentially be there is Starfield. If Starfield launches in the summer, then okay, we'll give Xbox potentially, depends on how good Starfield is. We'll give Xbox, they have the biggest title in the first half of 2023. Again, depending upon how good it is. But I think by the time the year is settled, you got Final Fantasy 16 or whatever that is. You got Final Fantasy 16. You got Baldur's Gate in August. Let's do this again. We got Baldur's Gate in August, Final Fantasy 16. You got Spider-Man, bro. And that's just what we know about. So it's not indicative of the entire year. But it was a weak showcase, to say the least. You know what I mean? Hey, yo, Sean is in the house. Cold Blood says, Baldur's Gate trash should have released in Game Pass to die a slow seller's death, just like this Wayfinder BS. Bruh, I don't think you understand how big Baldur's Gate is. You do understand that Baldur's Gate, I think, did 3 million in a month during early access. This is just them giving you 6% of the game to test and play. I think it did 3 million in its first month. Did 1 million in its first week. There's a lot of Baldur's Gate. This is big for PlayStation. This is big for PlayStation. It's not Spider-Man big. It's not God of War big. But it's big in the realm that Sony is already kicking off the holiday season, or the run-up to the holiday season, with a game that's going to do numbers. It's going to do numbers. There were so many Baldur's Gate nerds out there, bro. Dungeons and Dragons, you just, look, man. Just take the W. Just take the W and just shh. Just take the W, be quiet. It's just what it is. What kind of stained it in the mainstream's eyes is the fact that it launched on Stadia, but that did not deter the Baldur's Gate fans that are out there in droves. Yeah, this is huge. And the place that you have to play it first on console is PlayStation 5. That's smart by PlayStation to get that game to bring you into the holiday season. And then they're gonna drop Final Fantasy, Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have something else and then they're gonna walk away with 2023. You know what I'm saying? 2024, I feel like it's gonna be a big year. That's when Wolverine might come out, and then that's when I think a lot of those 26 games that they said they got in development, I think that's when the big hitters are coming out. So this is smart to me for PlayStation. Again, to have a big game like Baldur's Gate 3 with this huge following, start you off in a good footing leading into the holiday season. Then you drop Final Fantasy. And these aren't games that are one and dones. You know what I'm saying? These are not one and dones. You got Baldur's Gate then, and you got Final Fantasy. These is lifelong games, bro. Then you going to kick off. Then you going to drop Spider-Man 2. Like, come on, man. The year's already up. It's just right now. The Twitter floor is open. You know what I'm saying? You know, people gonna be talking about Forza and Starfield, and I don't think Microsoft. There's been rumors circulating. Microsoft don't want to buck with Spider-Man. They do not want to put Starfield in the same in the holiday season. They want Starfield to come out ASAP. They want Starfield to come out in the summer. But people within Bethesda are saying the game's not ready, and they think sales-wise it's better. You know, they want, because Bethesda used to run themselves independently. They feel like that this is a game that can hold its own. But what Microsoft understands is that if they slate this for the end of the year, Sony's purposely going to try to line up Spider-Man whenever Starfield's coming out, to cut into them sales. They don't want that heat. They don't want that smoke. They want Starfield to come out in June. ASAP. And you know, and even though it's not going to come out in the big boy season, that's okay. It's going to have that space all to its own as far as blockbuster games. They'd rather it be that. So I still think that Sony walks away with the crown in 2023. Not as much as a gap as they did in 2022, but they still walk away with it nonetheless in 2023. And Baldur's Gate is going to ring that bell. It's going to say, you know, all right, on your march, you're set. You know what I'm saying? And then the pulling of the gun to go is going to be Final Fantasy, bro. So yeah, you just take, even though if it's not your cup of tea, bro, just take the tea bags, take the W, just put the tea on the shelf, man. You know what I'm saying? What he say? He says, let's put all these comments up here, and then we're gonna move to the aforementioned Baldur's Gate. He says, Jonathan says, yo, people love Baldur's Gate. D&D the D&D community is deep as hell, bro. He says, when they decided to make it turn-based instead of just copy Diablo, it died for me. I get it's not your cup of tea, Cold Blood, but you gotta take that W and just tuck it, bruh. You gotta take that W and tuck it. Like, I'm gonna keep it jiggy with you. And this is not gonna be popular. But whatever. It is what it is. Spider-Man, to me, nah. You know what I'm saying? It ain't my cup of tea, all like that. But if you're trying to make a point that platform A is really doing it versus platform B, and you're trying to show a certain strategy, then sometimes you gotta recognize and give props to games that may not necessarily be for you, but they're for the betterment of the platform, because the more money the platform makes, the more likely you are gonna get the stuff that you want. So I'm telling you, bro, tuck that Baldur's Gate 3 is a hell of a game to have usher you into the main season. That was a smart move. They got it. Sony's the ultimate strategist, man, when it comes to this. They know what they're doing. They smart. I'm waiting for my damn Octopath Traveler. Everybody getting Octopath Traveler too, man. I gotta finish one, man. Hell no, wrong investment. Should have used the money to lock down GTA 6 to PlayStation. Nah, Rockstar ain't doing that, bro. Nah. Nope. Rockstar is not doing that. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you, we shouldn't. You got to know where Rockstar's head's at. Rockstar done gave up on the whole exclusive thing when that was known, when they was the first company to come out and really flesh out the Xbox One X. That really showed you that they can't be bought anymore. Like maybe exclusive content, you know what I'm saying? They can't be bought anymore. They're like, no, we're everywhere. So nah. Sony would have to sell itself to get GTA 6. Nah, that's not happening, bro. Just nah. Get that out of your mind. When Rockstar did that, like everybody was fearful to buck Sony. That's why the games on the Xbox One X, they were marginally better than the Pro. Rockstar said, to hell with everybody else. We're not afraid of Sony. F Sony. And they did their damn thing on that One X and made the One X look like God for like about 5 minutes. That was proof within itself that Rockstar now is really smelling themselves, and they like, yo, we can't be bought. We're going to do what the hell we want to do. For everywhere. We're doing what the hell we want to do everywhere. So yeah, forget that, bro. It's that's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Again, Baldur's Gate 3, getting the D&D people to help usher in your console sales. Yeah, I mean, come like, bro, to get the D&D people to help usher in your console sales right before the holiday, that's setting you up for the holiday. Because here's what's happening: the D&D people rush to PlayStation to buy a whole bunch of PlayStation 5s, right? Because Baldur's Gate is there, and then guess what else happens? You know what I mean? Now they got a PlayStation 5, Final Fantasy 16 or whatever it is. Now that's dropping. Now they got a PlayStation 5. Now they prime for Marvel Spider-Man. Yo, you gotta do research on that D&D crowd. That D&D crowd is no joke. It's no joke, bro. Smart moves. I still play Divinity 2 with it. That's what I'm saying, bro. Sean, he don't, Cold Blood don't understand, man. He gotta take them tea bags and just put them on the shelf, even though he don't drink them. It's a cup of tea, you know what I'm saying? Just show him out. Hey, yo, look, I be drinking that Thai Chai Malai. Just front like you do. Take that. Oh, you drink that Thai Chai Malai? Oh, I do too. Here, let me bring you a sandwich or something. You know what I'm saying? Just take the W, man. Take the W. Hold on. Why this last comment ain't popping up? Final Fantasy has me nervous. Square Enix AAA big name games been mid AF, but the lower tier games they release have been amazing. Nah, I don't know if you played Forspoken, Sean. That's a brand new IP. So they was trying to mix it up, do something a little modern with the protagonist. You know what I'm saying? You got to play Forspoken. I wouldn't be worried about Final Fantasy. I wouldn't be worried about it. All right. Now let's talk about the aforementioned Baldur's Gate. How much time? How we doing in time? I got like, ooh. All right. Let me show you guys something. I ain't got a lot of time. Let's do this. So this is Swin, the lead developer, I guess you call it, for Baldur's Gate. He had to come out and say, relax, we aren't playing the exclusivity game. What is he talking about? Well, a lot of Xbox gamers are mad because Baldur's Gate appears to be, at the very least, in what I believe is the nooks and cranny of this, is a timed exclusive. They're upset. they don't understand why. Here's the thing. Baldur's Gate was already set up as a timed exclusive on Stadia for early access. Stadia admitted that they funded the game. They funded the game for that. Trust me, they funded that game for the exclusivity, on the platform during early access and to get the game on the platform, right? And I don't know how the funding worked. I don't know if they were funding them periodically, if it was a one-time payment, who knows? But Stadia is now gone. And as we've seen with other games that come from Stadia that was either time exclusive or was supposed to be long-term exclusives, if they're not multi-plat, they've been split between PlayStation and Xbox. Xbox got High on Life and Road 96. It looks like PlayStation is getting Baldur's Gate 3 and Tchia. And those are all going to be timed exclusives, I feel. So it is what it is. It's just that Xbox, being Xbox, they don't do the timed exclusives for AAA games anymore. They'll play for exclusivity for a game to come into Game Pass day and date, or for it to be in Game Pass first for a while, but they're not shelling out the money for exclusive on Xbox. And Larian Studios is not doing day and date in Game Pass. They feel like that their stock is a lot bigger than that. And look, they charge full price for the game for it to be in early access. It's $60 to get the game now while it's still in early access. That just tells you how Larian Studios gets down. And guess what? They can do it because they have the following. That's what I was trying to relate to Cold Blood Sensei. They have the following to get away with that. It's like how people are like, how's Nintendo charging $70 for games? Because they can get away with that. Larian can get away with that. There is no way in hell that they're putting any of their games that they're developing day and date in Game Pass. You're going to pay for this exclusivity. You know what I'm saying? If it's time exclusivity. And Mug still got to buy this game. We're going to maximize the dollar here. And Xbox don't do that. Their exclusivity, time exclusivity payments are for Game Pass. So if that's what they're paying for, you get what you pay for. And y'all got High on Life and Road 96. A lot of y'all don't even know what the hell Road 96 is. Y'all ain't even talking about High on Life anymore. Sony got, you know what I'm saying, Baldur's Gate 3, and they're going to get this Tchia. And Tchia is launching in PlayStation Plus, or whatever you want to call it now, day and date. So that was their subscription service style of game, but they make sure they got a heavy hitter too, because PlayStation has a more balanced business model. And that balanced business model, not going all in on the subscriptions at this moment in time, is working better for Sony than it is for Xbox, because we can clearly tell because Sony's making more money. And Xbox is having to defend why they told CMA and UK and EU and FTC what's the name is cannibalizing sales after they told you it wasn't. So it is what it is. Baldur's Gate 3 is likely going to be timed. Larian Studios is doing something big with this game. They're an indie studio. So they need a lot of greenbacks. They got a lot to start with, but they need a lot more to finish the game. And that's how they roll. Who's to say they didn't approach Xbox first? And Xbox said, no, that's not how we structure our deals. Everything is relative to Game Pass. But Swin told you right here, we still aren't playing the exclusivity game. So everybody needs to chill. The Xbox community, the zealots in the Xbox community, rather, let me isolate them and not paint with a broad brush. The zealots in the Xbox community have gone into overdrive with their harassment. And it's getting ridiculous out. I was just talking to somebody about this. It's out of control. And I hate to say this, I'm not trying to be hyperbolic, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw one of these radical zealots on that side actually go search and approach somebody in person over something that they've said about Xbox they didn't like on Twitter. It's getting to that point. Because that's how these things normally happen. You get this much crazy rhetoric. Next, somebody might show up on somebody's doorstep. Now, I'm not saying, but again, that's harassment enough. It's radical enough. So, and again, they're not debating. I get if somebody was saying something factually wrong. When people say something factually wrong and a collective jumps on their case, and responds, their best bet is just to mute. You know what I'm saying? Just to mute those people, or mute the whole conversation, mute the thread. You know what I mean? That's their best bet. Or if they got to lock down their Twitter account, go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? But that's because people are correcting the record, and you're going to have that. But when you go after somebody because they don't agree with you, they don't like what you like, or their takeaway from something that happened related to Xbox isn't your takeaway and isn't positive enough, then there's problems. And I don't think Swin is the one. He ain't going to play that game to where y'all going to harass him. So y'all, Xbox zealots, y'all got to get off this, man. Y'all got to get over yourselves. Period. It's ridiculous and it's stupid. Let's see here. Let me see. Let me read these comments. All right, let me get these last little bit of comments. Just don't release on Xbox. Nothing lost. Just a lot of salties. Stop it. It says Square releasing Octopath today. It's going to be nice. I was talking about Valkyrie. That game hurt my feelings. Oh, see. Oh, yeah. I heard about that. Proper says Forspoken was okay. The gripes about it was legit, but it wasn't horrible overall. One of the, I don't like the gripes about the, well, here's two things that I think were overboard. I think there were issues. People talked about issues on PC with the performance. I don't know. And, I can't argue against that. But the thing that surfaced to the top that seemed to, people were going overboard was the dialogue. The dialogue wasn't that bad to me. And if you kind of understand who the hero is in this game, you'll kind of understand why the dialogue kind of was what it was. The dialogue to me that's horrendous, that I can't stand, that makes me want to vomit, even though I really like the game, is Atomic Heart. But I kind of feel that because one zealot fan base was making fun of Forspoken's dialogue, and Atomic Heart is more associated to their platform because of Game Pass, they don't want to talk about Atomic Heart's dialogue. I've seen little spurts here. Atomic Heart's dialogue is horrendous. It's disgusting. Forspoken's wasn't that bad. And its performance on the PlayStation 5, the way it looks, I'm playing in performance mode. I think it looks fine. I mean, does it look like God of War? No, it doesn't look like God, but I think it looks good in performance mode. So I don't think that the issues that were brought up were like illegitimate from the surface. I just think that they were piled on and over exaggerated. That's the word I'm looking for. I think they were over exaggerated. It's gonna flop on Xbox whenever it comes out. Ain't nobody over there gonna buy games. Atomic Heart exclusive to Xbox? No. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's just, it launched in Game Pass day and date. All right. Larian will die. Remember that most I said it. This dude is bugging. Dude, you crazy, man. Hey, you need to go look at the activity of those Divinity games, and then take a smelling salt will wake you up, bro. Nah, that ain't happening. All right, last part I want to talk about Atomic Heart. I'm playing it via GeForce Now, playing it on PC. The technology that is embedded in the game via Nvidia GeForce Now. I mean, not just that, but via Nvidia with the DLSS technology, DLSS3 is fantastic. The game looks great. There are some textures in that game that blow your mind, and it is a graphical showcase in many regards. I'm only able to experience all that, and I'm able to, this is the crazy part, I'm able to experience all that in 4K 120 because of Nvidia GeForce Now's Ultimate tier. You can check out my game streams here, and particularly check them out on YouTube. I am going to do like a quality stream series in 4K when I get the opportunity. It's just that unfortunately I can't play in 120 when I do the quality stream series because my capture card can only do 4K 60, and I'm spoiled by doing it in 120, but I can do it in 60. Yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Man, this game is pretty damn good. There are issues. It's not perfect. There are issues. I don't like the biggest issue are the gameplay mechanics. Like when there's certain things, new things and new ways of traversing the area that you come about, they don't do a good job of explaining to you how it works in totality. They just like give you the gist, and then sometimes when they give you this gist, it's not timely enough. And so they kind of fell behind near fine-tuning that part. Opposite of that, I really am enjoying this game. And I think the definitive way to play it is via PC with the Nvidia GPU. That has to be the definitive way to play it. So I'm really enjoying Atomic Heart. Again, my suggestion is to play it on PC. It looks great with all the Nvidia technology. You got, get a Nvidia GPU. If you have a Nvidia GPU, one powerful enough to run DLSS 3, I think you got to have a 40 series one, unfortunately, though. So if you got a 40 series card and you can run the DLSS 3 technology, you're in for a treat. And if you don't have it, get Nvidia GeForce Now Ultimate. Only $19 a month. And if you're an AT&T subscriber on the mobile, you can go to AT&T.com/games and get 6 months of the priority tier free. That's $100 USD value. All right. Okay. And we've made it directly to 1020. I'm just going to read a couple more comments, and then we're going to get out of here. Let me see. Put a couple more up here. Larian has made a killing doing nothing but, yeah, exactly. Yeah. D&D games. I can get a 4090 easy here in Germany. Just don't see the point to pay $800 more than what it should cost. I really think that the 4090s are worth it. The 30 series on down, no. Nah, I got it at cost. I just got lucky. Wasn't going to pay those crazy prices for it. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, I think that's the definitive way to play it. Either get you a 4080 series card, or 40 series card rather, or get you the Nvidia GeForce Now. And again, go to AT&T.com/games. And if you have AT&T Fiber or you have AT&T 5G mobile, you can get 6 months free, which is $100 retail value. All right. That's it for this special edition of NRO Podcast. I know it's a short one, but I wanted to get something in there, share my thoughts. We will be back next week at our regularly scheduled time, Tuesdays, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UK, 11 a.m. Pacific on Tuesdays. With that said, I appreciate all of y'all. Thank y'all so much. Until next time, have a wonderful, wonderful gaming day. Peace.